Hey Stampers, welcome to Stamp and Go on November the 26th. I'm Sandy Harka, a Stampin' Up demonstrator and have been with Stampin' Up for about 20 years. Do you think I like it? Maybe a little bit. All right, tonight we are going to be using a set called Merriest Trees. If you would like to have a free kit to make two of each of these three cards, you can place an online order using the host code below, and you'll receive enough to make two of each of the cards. Now, if you'd like an extra set of embellishments, just spend $50 using that host code, and you'll get an extra set of embellishments. If you just want the supplies and measurements, then you need to be on my email list. And if you're not, check out the link below. It only takes a second. And then tomorrow, you will get the PDF with the photos, supplies, and the measurements. Okay, let us begin. All right, this is the set that we are going to be using tonight. And of course, it has a really nice set of dies that go with it. Now, this is not a new set, but it is one of my favorite sets. And I wanted to use it one more time before I suspect that it is going to be discontinued. We've had this for a couple of years. It is an awesome set. So if you don't have it, you might want to nab it before it leaves us forever. All right, this is the first card that we are going to make tonight. And basically, we're only using one stamp tonight, and that is the greeting. So I'm using the rest of the cards are all using dies, as well as this one is using dies too. All right, so let's begin. The first thing we're going to do is that stamp. And it says, hoping your home is filled with the spirit of the season. And we are going to be stamping it on this label. This label comes from, I believe it's the set that has all the greetings in it, peaceful Christmas or peaceful greetings, I believe it is. So this is one of the labels that is in that set. All right. By the way, all the information on identity of these things that I can't remember, that's all in the PDF. So don't worry if I don't say it correctly, you'll find the correct information in the PDF. All right, we're going to stamp this greeting in real red. And we're going to ink that up. Ink, ink, ink. You don't want to press too hard. You don't want to get ink up in those little crevices, and that'll make it a kind of a sloppy looking imprint. So we're going to set that down, rock it slightly to make sure you get all the top and bottom of those letters in there. Now you'll see these pretty little curves on the edges. So we want to kind of bring people's attention to that. So I'm going to use two of the peppermint dots. So we're going to put one on this side. These are the tiny ones, the small ones, and one over here. Okay. And then we're going to set that over to the side, and we'll grab that in a little bit. Okay. Let us start with our card base. Now, your card base is not cut evenly, as you see here, because we're going to put the striped piece down here. This saves you some designer paper, and it gives you more designer paper to make more cards. All right, putting a little bit of glue back there. We're going to bring this down to the bottom and over to the sides, but not quite. So you're leaving about a 1/16 of an inch around the sides and edges here. Okay, there we go. And now on the top part up here, we're going to use the red dotted. Now this designer paper is the Take a Bow designer paper. It is perfect for making cards as well as the bows for which it was designed, but it is great for card making because, as you see, the images are all small, which makes it great when you're making cards. All right, so now when we put it down, it looks like this, and I'm going to give it a little scrape to help it lay down flat. All right, there we go. Now we can go ahead and put on our season's greetings here. So a little bit of glue on the back side. And then we're going to center that in our candy cane striped area down here at the bottom. Just hold that for a second until it's set, just a teeny bit. Okay, lay that over to the side. Now you see these trees? Let me show you how we're going to put those together to save yourself some designer paper as well as glimmer paper. I first started with a piece of white that's cutting out the entire, let me hold that up so you can see it because it is a little bit, let me see if I can find my mat here so you can see that a little bit better. There you go. So that you can use this as your base. And that way, when you're cutting out the pieces, the layers, you don't have to cut out the whole image there. All right, I'm going to put these together with glue dots. You can use a regular glue. It just might take a little longer on some of these pieces than others to set. All right, so the first layer, the bottom layer, is going to be this is coming from the Festive Glimmer. This is the Garden Green. That is such a gorgeous set of glimmer paper. So you're lining up the edges so you really won't see that white underneath, okay? The next layer that's going on is your designer paper. And we're going to pop a couple of glue dots back there. And again, we're following the line of the die cut there. So you don't have to guess. It's already there for you. And then the top layer is that another piece of the glimmer paper. I'm going to put a couple of glue dots back there. All right, and then center that right on your base again. Perfecto. Now you have a star. Now you probably may be asking or thinking, where did she get the white glimmer paper? And that is from the Berry Burst Old Olive and White glimmer paper. So there's a separate pack. It's an online exclusive, and that's where the white is. And we're going to pop that one right up here at the top of our little tree. Now you'll need 3 of those to make your card. And 2 of them have this image and the other one has that design, okay? We are going to also put on some of the peppermint dots. Now, if you do spend the $50 to get the extra set of embellishments, it will be a pack of these peppermint dots. They have been so beautiful and so fun to work with that I thought you need to have an extra set of those. So I'm starting out with the small one. And the next one is going to be a medium, and that's going right up here. Now we're working on the center one, and we're going to start out with a large one up here, flipping back down to the small one here, and then the medium side goes here, or dot goes here, and then another large one up here. So as you look at it, they go up, down, up. Okay. I love those dots. They're so cool. All right, now we're going to put 2 of them on with dimensionals, and we're going to use glue dots for the other 2. Now I see that I have taken away my dimensionals, so I'm going to be using the side pieces here. You can use whatever you have on hand. All right, I'm going to grab another one that goes down here. So we got 2 dimensionals here. And we're going to put the first one way down here. It overlaps just a tiny bit and comes all the way over to the edge there. Now the next one is going to slide under there like this. So we're just going to use glue, or you can use glue dots to attach this one. And that one's going so it almost reaches the top right there. Nice. Now this last one, we're going to use dimensionals on that. And I'm putting one at the top and one at the bottom. And we're going to grab the tops off those. Now this one is going to kind of go midway. And it's going to leave a little space there and come all the way over almost to the edge. And then you are done. I hope you enjoy that one. If you're enjoying the cards that we're making tonight, you may want to join us on our classes. We have Zoom classes every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday nights at 6:30, Saturday and Sunday are at 1 o'clock. We usually make 3 cards, but on Friday night we make 3 of each. On Saturday and Sunday, we make 4 of each, and we use a particular set every class. So all that information you can get if you're on my email list. I send out the schedule. I also send out notices of each class that shows you the pictures of the cards that we're going to make, and you can sign up right there. There's a button that you can sign up with, or you can email me directly if you don't want to use that button. You can call me too. All right, let's move on to card number 2, which looks like this. And I think I like to make Christmas cards simply because I can glam them up to my heart's content. And you will notice tonight that I'm using lots of sparkle and lots of shine. All right, this is one of those cards that opens like this. It also does not go all the way to the end like that. Okay, so let us begin. I'm going to start building the tree, and we're using the same idea for the base that we did before, so that you can not have to guess where to put the layers, but you don't have to cut the entire one. Okay, and looks like, I see. I cut the big tree and I should have cut the small tree. So you know what we do in situations like that, right? We just trim it up. There we go. Now we've got the right one. All right. I'm always making mistakes, but that leads me to be creative, and I'm sure you know what that feels like. All right, let's put a couple of glue dots back here. And a couple more because this is the big piece. So I want to make sure it's tacked down well. Okay, one more. And see, we're going to match up these little ends right here because I cut that bottom off. You can still get that matched up just perfectly. Okay, the next piece that goes on will be the Garden Glimmer. And again, that's from that set that's called Festive Glimmer. It's in the Holiday Mini. You almost missed it. It's, I believe it's on page 30. So if you're looking for it and haven't found it, you can get it on, you can search for it online or look in your catalog. I believe it is on page 30. All right, we're going to match that up to the edge of your template here, and then the next layer that goes on. Now, I should tell you that the gold I cut from the gold foil, and then I put it through the distressed tile folder. And doesn't that make it just so much more gorgeous? I agree. All right, we're going to put glue dots on the back of that. Uh-oh. You know what? I tore that, didn't I? All right, well, we'll have to fix that. All right, so let's put this on here. And this already has a glue dot on it. And we are just going to slip it right here. There we go. Not too bad. Awesome. All right, and then the top layer is going to go on with 2 more glue dots. All right, like I said, you can use glue, but it does take a long time to dry if you're gluing onto the glimmer paper. So the last one goes on right up here at the top. And then we are going to nab the star. Now the star is die cut from the peach pie glimmer paper, and that is from the 24-26 in color glimmer paper. And we're going to pop that right here at the top. Perfecto. Okay. Now let's grab the card base. We'll start putting that together. All right, we're going to glue remember this is a split front there. So make sure before you layer it down that it fits in the area. If you try to go this way, it's not correct. So be sure that you measure it first and make sure that you're putting it down in the correct orientation. You have just a little bit of the card base showing all the way around. Okay, now we're going to put the short or the narrow piece over here at this side, and again, leaving just a little bit of space around the edge and the side. So when you get finished, it looks like this. Now you have a piece of designer paper, and this is absolutely the most stunning set. You have the beige, which is our new color, real red, well, actually, I think it's cherry. And then you have olive and mossy meadow. Absolutely stunning, stunning set. All right, we're going to put a little bit of glue on the back side. Now, all of these papers will be a little different depending on where your set is cut from the 12 by 12 sheet. Now, this is the other part that's going on here, but we're going to flip that to the back side because we're going to glue the Christmas greeting over there, and it is done in gold. So again, watch, you have a small border around the edge of that. Okay, so while we're talking about the Christmas, let's grab it. It looks like this. And we're going to put a little bit of glue on some of the perpendicular pieces. Okay, just like this. You don't need a lot of glue, and it does not need to be on every letter. All right, there we go. Now, one thing to watch out for when you put this down is that you don't want to stretch it because you can see it can be stretched very easily. So we're just going to layer that down and try to let it fall where it will. There we go. Without stretching it. Awesome. Now, a little hint here. If you should get glue on your foil, take a Q-tip, and if there's a product called Undo, you can get it at your craft stores or online or Amazon. Wet it with a little bit of Undo and then swipe in one direction until you get the glue off. It won't harm your foil, and it will take that glue off for you. Okay. All right. Now you'll notice that the eye is not dotted. So we are going to grab our rhinestones. We're going to use the dark granny apple green, and I'm using the nub end or the nib end of this, and we're going to go over one of the rhinestones a couple of times. I go over it once and lay down a good bed of color, and then go over it one more time, and that really gives it that deep, deep color. Okay. I'm going to pick that up and dot the eye. There you go. So isn't that pretty? Awesome. All right, we're done with those. So we are ready to put the tree on. And because we have a cardstock base, yours will be cut correctly, I promise. We are going to put this on right here in the center of this section. Okay, very pretty, very pretty. Now we have 3 gold stars that are cut from this Merriest Trees set, and they are absolutely the neatest stars. They are so delicate that you almost are afraid to touch them. Here's one of them. I'm trying to hold it in the light so you can see. So we're going to use a glue dot right there in the center, and this largest one is going right here. Okay. Grab another glue dot, and if you notice, I'm rolling these up in a little ball, just like this. There you go. You can get it into a little ball. And then I'm going to grab the next largest one, which looks like this. There you go. You can see that there. In the back, we're going to put that little glue dot in the center. And then this one is going right up here near the tree, near the top, not quite at the top. And then we have one more, which looks like this. This is the tiny one. And I'm going to grab another glue dot, roll it into a little ball. goes right in the center, and then we're going to layer that right down there. And then your card is ready for sending. Like that one? Good, good. All right, so let us work on card number 3. Ladies, while I'm getting ready for that, if you do enjoy these cards that we're doing tonight, if you could like, share, and subscribe to my channel, I would very much appreciate that. Doesn't take long, and if you would do it, I would really be appreciative. All right, here's our easy card for this evening. And again, we're layering the tree. And again, I'm using the foil and then putting it through a folder. This one is going through the eyelet folder. Okay, now these snowflakes are not in the Merriest Tree set. They are from the Frozen Edges set. Okay, all right, let us get started. So we are going to do the base. By now, you are well aware of how to set this base up, right? Now, this one is the very large tree base. Do we need to pop that on the silicone so you can see that a little bit better? There we go. I like for you to be able to see it, and white on white doesn't show up well sometimes. All right, so we're going to start down here at the bottom with the white glimmer base. And I told you where that white glimmer came from, so you know where to get that. Whoops. It's like I'm sticking to the tree here. There we go. Grab another one, and then this one is going to slide right down here at the bottom. Nail that. The next one that goes on is the silver. Couple of glue dots on that. And remember, we're matching up the base. We're not worried about the white. We're matching up the base every time we layer one down. The next one is a white glimmer. And we are going to layer that on here, just like this, matching up the base. The next one is your silver. Now, if you do these yourself, you can just die cut all of the silver and then put them all in the folder at one time. I'll save you a bit of time and effort. Okay, and then the last one is our white glimmer, and we're going to do 2 glue dots there. So now you've seen us use the 3 sizes of trees, and you've seen how we can layer them while we still are saving ourselves some glimmer paper. Now, the star is silver. So again, we're going to roll up a little glue dot, put it on the back side, and pop it right up here at the top of our tree. All righty, now we are going to flip that to the back side, and we're going to put dimensionals back here. I think 1 there and then 2 at the bottom should do it just fine. Now we're going to lay that over to the side for a moment until we get our card base put together. Now your card base is boho blue. It opens down here at the bottom. The next layer that goes on is white. Now, let me give you a hint. When you cut your base, you can cut it out of the center of this piece and save yourself some cardstock, because we're going to cover that up. Nobody's going to see that die cut out of the center. Okay, nail that down. You've got about 1/8 of an inch of your boho showing all the way around. Now this piece, this is designer paper, came from the Winter Meadows set, another one of my favorite designer papers. It is so lovely. It's got many, many designs in there. I think I'm going to put the dark spot down here at the bottom. I think I like that better. All right, press that down. You've got about 1/16 of an inch showing all the way around. Now we're going to take the toppers off of our tree. And we're going to center that top to bottom and side to side. There we go. Pressing that down. Now, as I mentioned, we have got these 3 pretty snowflakes, and we're gonna use glue dots to hold those on, or we're gonna pick the smallest snowflake, like this one. There you go. Pop that on the center, and we're gonna slide this slightly under the tree. So it's kind of hugging up under the tree. Next one is the one kind of looks like it has arrows on the end of it. There you go. And that one is going up here near the top, about right there. And the last one is probably looks like the largest one. And we are going to nestle that right here up near where the break is here. Okay. Now, to add a little bit of sparkle, we're going to use the Druzy dots, and we're using the silvers. I'm putting a large one in the middle of this one, a large one in the middle of this one, and a small one up here in this one. And then your card is ready for giving. I hope that you enjoyed these cards as much as I did. And if you could like, share, and subscribe, and if you would like a free card kit, be sure to get that order in. You have 1 week. You have 7 days to get that order in using that host code, and I will be getting your card kits ready. So I hope that you will join us again in 2 weeks so that we can make 3 more cards together. Take care.